everyone, and welcome to TWF um, Collision or Hit. I, Tony Schiavone, with Jim Ross and with Montel Rotadius Porter. And today on Collision or Hit, we're going to talk about how soon Halloween Havoc will happen, how Evening Madness, how Night Madness will happen on the 31st, which will be a Monday or a Moon Day this year, and how we know that it will be Asuka fighting Cody Rhodes and Harry Potter for the TWF heavyweight winnings. However, we do not know how that match will play out or what will happen in it, Tony Schiavone says. I could tell you one thing right now, Jim Ross says. Asuka has beat many men and women who, since she became the two-time TWF heavyweight fighter, and I don't know if Cody Rhodes or Harry Potter can be the ones to beat her, but they do got a luck. I'm going to tell you right now, Tony and Jim, I don't think that Harry Potter or Cody Rhodes will be beating Asuka, and I don't see any one of them becoming the TWF heavyweight fighter. Cody Rhodes for the two-lift time, and Harry Potter for the first time. You know. Well, that is your belief, Montel Rotadius Porter, or your thought on it. But the truth is, we'll never truly know until the match happens. You know. And then when we see how the match plays out, then we'll know, who's going to win and who's not going to win. But now we're going to go to the ring now, because now we have Elena standing there. She got both her legs, like, I don't know. All right. Get this shit off my hair. All right, I think that I have ended the war between me and Steven Richards in the right to cleanship. But at the end of the day, how did we even get to when I was warring with him? Oh, I know. When Half Flyer would have some bug or glitch in it, and it would say, oh, I can't draw you, because of the type of clothes you have, ownership, double right, go against oversight, as like a likeness of some well-known fellow, or whatever forgiveness had come up with. And I know he was most likely behind it. And even if he wasn't, he would be the one that likes to do that shit. So I think that I am truly done. I believe I am done dealing with him, and his shit. So now I can shift on from that. Oh, you think that you can shift on like that, Aleister Black said. You think that it's over, Elena, right? That you don't have anyone that you're going to be, warring with. Well, I don't think I'd be warring with you. You had your whole war with Wonder Woman, Diana Prince, Diana Alderling, whatever. And things didn't quite go well. And she ended up beating you, and you got this black smuck on your forehead because she hit you near a toy boat or a toy ship earlier this month. Yeah. But I know I can beat someone like you, a blood sucker with a soul, and you think you're the first one who ever was a blood sucker with a soul. Oh, I'm not the first blood sucker with a soul, but I'm the oldest. I am more older than Say, Angel, Spike, Lou Stant, Nick Knight, Nick St. Jones, Celine, Sandy Blake, Count Nightwing, Prince Orloff, Edward Collins and his kin. Oh, my leaving out, and I need be most likely leaving out others. Well, I'm, Lestant, I'm, Lestant too. I'm going to war with you. Yeah, and what are you going to do? Just tell me what you going to do, because I'm going to knock you on your rear, just like I knocked everyone else down. I got done dealing with Steven Richards and the right to clean ship, so I don't need a bloody deal with you. Oh, I know that this is like your, um, it would be your year day, when you got your soul back in 2005, YL. No, that happened way early on. That happened most likely in the the fifth month or so, or that of 2005 YL, when I was in New Greenland. Yeah, it is the year day, but yeah, you got the month and the date wrong. Yeah, well, I think I will dust you. You ain't gonna dust me. Come on, we'll have a match, and I'll beat the shit out of you. I don't need your shit. I have already atoned for all the things that the fiend did, that slayed me, took over my body, got my moods, thoughts, and cells, and feelings and self, from 31,000 BL of 2005 YL, so I don't need to deal with your shit. But hey, you want to match me? That's alright. You're just gonna lose. Shit. Well, we'll see what happens, Tony Schiavone says. And why Aleister Black wanted to start something with Elena Hassan is beyond me. A scene is beyond me. And a awkward body slam from Elena to Aleister Black. Because Jim Ross, Aleister Black's always about, starting shit with folks. You saw how he was when he warred with Wonder Woman and how that came to an end. Now he wants to start something with a bloodsucker of assault. Well, Montavi Taze Porter says Elena isn't the first bloodsucker of assault, but she is the oldest. But I think Aleister Black is going to get the upper hand on her. At least that's what I believe. A spin kick and down she goes. Down goes Aleister Black. When I say Montavi Taze Porter said he's going to get the upper hand on her sooner or later. He's going to, yeah, and that smuck on his forehead should have been a learning. He should have learned something from his wars with Wonder Woman. But no, Tony Schiavone said he didn't learn nothing from that. And a body slam. No, Jim Ross said some folks like Aleister Black never truly learn from anything. Nothing is a learnable time with them. Get up. Get the fuck up. Oh, and he just kicked her and knocked her down with one of his foot. Tony Schiavone says, yeah, I don't know if he's going to make good on his oath to dust her. I think she's been around for a long time, and many folks will take a whack at it. So I don't think that he can do it, Montalvo Taze says. But if he does, I will take my hat or cap off to him. If I have one wearing. Maybe just kick her head off her shoulders. That'd be good. Aleister Black comes again. But this time Elena getting pissed off at him, Tony Schiavone said, shifting her bloodsucker leer. And finally pin him up in some weird mic bomb. Or mic slam. And I think this match is over. Tony Schiavone said, yes, I do believe it is over, Jim Ross says, and hopefully Aleister Black will learn not to start shit with someone that he can't end. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Well, we'll see, Montalvo Taze Porter said, if this war wrong prolongs or it's a one-off. Alright. Here is your winner, Elena. or Elena Asine, yes. Well, it looks like she's done, got out of the ring, and looks like she is done dealing with Aleister Black. Tony Schiavone said if it is a one-off, well, hopefully he's learned something from all this, Tony Schiavone says. Well, I would like to think that he would learn something from it, Jim Ross says, but sadly, folks like Aleister Black never truly seem to learn from anything, to be earnest with you. Yeah, when you're like him, when the only thing you ever did in WWE was be the WWE NXT heavyweight fighter, yeah, I think you just keep on going ahead. You know, some folks will call it madness, but he's got some setup to the madness. Aleister Black knows what he's doing, Montel Arcadius Porter says. Well, hopefully we'll see if he does have that in his head. Alright, take it away, Mike Lane. Thank you, Tony Schiavone and Jim Ross. I'm going to be talking with Aleister Black here today on Collision or Hit. Aleister Black, you still have that black thing on your forehead from when you had your last match with Wonder Woman, the last folk standing match, and she hit you with a toy boat and a toy ship. Oh, you think that's so funny, huh? Well, what I mean to ask you is, why would you start a war with Elena Asine for? Well, I think that I can beat a bloodsucker with a soul. And I always like to look for folks who will pick a fight with me. Or other words, I like to pick a fight with them. However, the grounds are, she got lucky. That I think I can prolong, this war, this wrong between us. She may have won this fight, but she didn't win the war, and this isn't done. Oh, so now you got something against bloodsuckers with souls. Is that right? So I guess you don't like Angel or Spike or Lou Stant or Nick Knight, Nick St. Jones, or Celine or Sandy Blake or Count Nightwing or Prince Olaf or Edward Collins. No, it has nothing to do with bloodsuckers with soul. This really has to do with Elena. I'm not warring with those other bloodsuckers for souls, which toys we don't have. If Angel and Spike and Edward Collins, which we do have, don't like me warring with her, hey, then maybe I should start warring with other bloodsuckers with souls. Yeah, it's true. We don't got Nick Knight's toy and Nick St. Jones' toy, Lou Stant's toy, they either made a doll or not, or Sandy Blake or Celine or Count Nightwing or Count Koloff. I don't know if they ever made their toys or not, but I know we have Angel and Spike and Edward Collins toys. I get to work them. Well, it looks like Edward Collins, it looks like Aleister Black wants to start a war with bloodsuckers with souls, or something like that. Back to you, Tony Schiavone and Jim Ross. Well, thank you, Mike Lane, for talking with Aleister Black here today on Collision or Hit. And that's all the time we got here for Collision or Hit. I, Tony Schiavone, with Jim Ross and Montel Arcadius Porter, we hope you like Collision or Hit, and we'll see you tomorrow for Power from Mike.